And I'm so happy to introduce to you Charlie Angus, who is one of the strongest voices for democracy in Canada. So please give a warm welcome to Charlie Angus.
Thanks, brother. Thank you.
Malcolm X.
Oh, yeah. Wow. It is so amazing to be home. Thank you. I've never been here before, but I'm home. And I say that because when I was 17 and I quit school and I went on the road to discover a place called Canada, and every place I ever went and every place I've been since, I was coming home to places I'd never been before. And that's what it is that we're here to defend, is this sense of home. Because it's not just the sacredness and the incredible beauty of this land, which is, my God, pretty darn beautiful. But it's the decency and the love that we have for each other and how we're going to get through what are going to be some very tough times. But we are going to get through it because we have each other. That's the message I want to bring tonight. And I want to thank the land acknowledgement. That was so powerful. Because we are guests on this land, and as guests we have to protect it. We have to protect it from the planet burners, and we have to protect it from those who say we don't even have a right to make a decision about our own sovereignty, who would attack and destroy our democracy and denigrate our people. Our obligation is to protect the land and the people living on it. So thank you for that beautiful welcome. I speak across the country and people say, where are the young people? Why aren't the young people stepping up? Well, I'm going to put it to you. They are living in a world that's on fire, and they didn't start that fire. That fire started on our watch. And we let our planet burn as we went about our lives. And they are facing the economic injustice of economic precarity and the rising power of the oligarchs. And that happened on our watch. They're living with a level of stress of not knowing if there's going to be a future for them or if they could even dare to dream of having children. And that happened on our watch. So I say two things to you. Number one is it's our job to take the pressure off the young people so that they can live their lives in hope and have crazy dreams and do really dumb things whenever they want because they're young. That's our responsibility to take that pressure off. But I'll say as well, when we say, why aren't the young people here? We have to say, where are the young people? So I just want to say that where the young people are, we have to go to. Because they see what's happening. And they're wondering, where are us? So we got to do our part. But I want to talk tonight about what we're seeing. Someone said to me, are you worried about democracy in the United States? I said, it's done. It's gone. The question is whether it gets restored. But it took 2 months from Elon Musk's fascist salute on the inauguration stand, 2 months to kidnapping women off the streets and taking them thousands of kilometers away to ICE detention centers. 2 months it took. And when you can get away with that, then you could get away with what they did on the third month, where they arrested a judge in her courtroom. And if you can arrest a judge in her courtroom, then you can throw a senator on the ground and handcuff them. And if you can do that, then you're at month 4, where they set up the first concentration camp. And I use the word concentration camp very carefully, because I've been reading on the history of concentration camps. What a concentration camp is taking people outside the rule of law, extrajudicial confinement, not for any crime, but for who they are. And once you can put someone in a place like Alligator Alcatraz, you can do anything. It took month 4 to get to that point. And you know, it's not the same modern fascism as the fascism of Mussolini and Pinochet. So there are going to be people who say, and I know they're telling me, Charlie, stop dropping F-bombs. You know, you're not going to get on TV anymore if you're using those F-bombs. Fascism makes people uncomfortable, Charlie. How do you know they're fascists? Well, if you're going to say they're fascists, well, we should have someone say, well, they're not really fascists. Bullshit. The difference between the fascists of Mussolini and Pinochet and their gray uniforms and their goose-stepping and the Botox and the baseball caps is that we're dealing with grifter fascism and gangster fascism. But fascism is based on making scapegoats. It's based on the ability to take someone off the streets and disappear them. And 1,200 people have been disappeared at Alligator Alcatraz. 1,200 people, they don't know what happened to them. A concentration camp is where you can take someone out of access of the courts and judicial process. And we have over 150 Canadians kidnapped by ICE right now. We don't even know their names. And we know that some of them have been put in cells with light bulbs running 24 hours a day. And do you think that our government has put a warning about travel to the United States? Now, if you were traveling in North Korea and you got dragged out and put into a detention center and given an aluminum blanket to sleep on a concrete floor, there would be an outcry. But there's no outcry against MAGA because we don't want to offend them. Well, I am deeply offended by the suspension of the rule of law. I am deeply offended when I see that they've created now their own private army that's getting their weapons budget is so massive. No, that's not a democracy. It's a civil war. And it's a civil war where one side has all the guns and all the power. And I say that because what happens on that side of the border, we have to pay attention to. Because if you have a president who can brag about sending the army against people in Portland or San Francisco, you don't think he's going to, at a certain point, brag about sending those people against us? That's what we're up against. And I say that not to be flamboyant about trying to frighten you. I don't have to frighten you. You know how serious this is. My job tonight is to tell you how we're going to get through this. And I know we are going to get through this. I know this because I have traveled from one end of the country to the other. And in every town and city I've been in, I see a sense of determination. And determination is a powerful thing when we come together. It makes us willing to stand up. But I just started to speak. And as I spoke, I became less afraid because I saw this incredible spirit rising up. In communities like North Rustico, Prince Edward Island, and in Guelph, and in Edmonton, where we packed the Ukrainian hall so much they were turning people away as I was trying to sneak them in the back door. And everywhere I went, I got this sense that something has been awoken in the Canadian people. And it's a decency, and it's a fierceness, and it's a willingness to hold the line. And I want to tell you, you're not alone. It may be small potatoes I'm offering you, but what I'm saying is that in every community, your brothers and your sisters and your cousins are also starting to do their part. And just like we completely crushed sections of that MAGA economy, we can take that power and build an economy and build a nation and protect democracy. And maybe other people will think they can do it too. And that's what's going to get us through this, folks. So I'm counting on you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I can't tell you what to do. You know what to do. This is your community. This is an amazing community. You know why it needs to be defended. You know why it needs to be made better. You know where its shortfalls are. You know the people who are falling through the cracks, who can't make ends meet, who are going to the food banks. You know who they are. And you know how your community can build that sense that we aren't in this vicious world of oligarchs and dog eat dog and swine like Kristi Noem and Pete Hegseth and what's that loser, the ambassador, Hoekstra, who still hasn't called me back when I offered to take him out for a beer. Like frick, man! I stand outside the U.S. Embassy, King. Come on down, Pete. Let's go. We're gonna go for a beer, you and me, or we're gonna boot your ass out of the country. What? Stephen Miller, oh my God, yeah. Kash Patel, yeah. I mean, these people are slugs. They're slugs, and I say that, I'm not denigrating them, but when Kash Patel says that the biggest threat to the United States is the 1,000 terrorists that came from Canada, I mean, we're going to tell our terrorists to do a better job of not wearing hockey jerseys when they sneak through the woods with their AK-47s. But these are people who are not fit to be in government. And so we have to take this back. Because we cannot leave it on one side of the border. We can't say this line and then you shall not cross. We have to do this with a bigger vision. That everything that we do is about helping our brothers and sisters and our cousins restore their democracy. And standing up for what's happening in Germany. We're part of a global movement because fascism is global. The threats are global. They work together across international lines. We need to start working across international lines. That's how we do this. But the only way we can do this is if we do it right here in your community. That's why I'm here. I need you to take it on. No, let me rephrase that. I know you're going to take it on. I know you will do it. That's why I'm here. I'm here so that when I go to Victoria, I'm going to say, man, you got to do what Roberts Creek's doing. Because I know you're going to do this. Because at the end of the day, my friends, we will be, and we are, true, north, strong, and we are free. And we will always be true, north, strong, and free. And no MAGA incel will ever take that from us, right? We are going to defend this. We will stand up for it. And we're going to do it with decency and with love. And we are going to get through these dark times. So thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 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 Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, fellow resistors, thanks so much for the incredible support you've given us since we launched Meidas Canada. We want to take you with us to show you this incredible land, to show you resistance, to give you analysis about standing up to the international threat of global gangsterism. But we need your help. Hit subscribe, Meidas Canada. Just go to the YouTube page, press subscribe. We have Charlie Angus Resistance Substack. Please join us there. And hey, if you want to make a contribution to help get this show on the road, to get us out there in the communities, get us across the country, you can just send a message to info@charlieangus.ca. Thanks so much. We really count on your support.